We're finally in. Welcome to NSI 2022. That may have been the most botched start in history, but we're finally here. We're finally starting. Lance, bring us in.
All right, so we get to see it. It is that Veigar in the mid lane. Oh, this is gonna be a tongue twister of a game, isn't it? Viego, Veigar, Viego, Veigar. So
Viego,
yeah,
Veigar.
Viego, Veigar, Viego.
Welcome.
Viego and
Summoner's
Veigar.
Rift.
Viego and Veigar. I
Viego.
love it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, it is confirmed now. It is gonna be that scaling mid laner as well. So
30
pretty
seconds
similar
remaining.
team comps right now. It's in terms of the mid lane scaling mage mid, and then bot lane there is that scaling bot. But the thing about Xee My Wrath's team comp is there is that Jinx. They have that range. They have that late game scaling, and they have the ability to just poke these melee champions out. So we want to see how this bot lane of Asnal TV takes over the ball over, because that is a Yasuo that can simply just bully out that Jinx, who does have heal
Actually,
and
not necessarily. I would say that because of the presence of Renata, it might be a bit harder for Yasuo to get onto the Jinx, right?
Yep.
Renata does have a slow, she does have a stun, right? And she also has that kind of stun where she can push the champion to another direction. So if Braum is looking to, engage with the Yasuo, Renata could look to grab either one and stun them with each other, right? So it's going to be... I mean, I still agree with you that I think that Yasuo has a bit more lane favor in this case, but I can see Xee My Wrath weaseling their way out of that.
yep. But as we can see, both teams starting in a very similar pattern right now. So both junglers starting over at the top side of the map. So right now, in terms of clear, these two junglers do have pretty fast clears. Amumu is going to get most likely that full clear or that 5 camp. Meanwhile, Viego will also get that 5 camp, skipping out the Krugs. So in this early game, we just want to see which laner will be able to help their respective junglers to get this bottom side grab, because as it seems, both junglers will meet at that scuttle, unless one of the junglers choose to accept that, okay, we lost this bot lane crab, so we will head over. And FishyLube is spotted there.
Great ward.
Very big. Yeah, great ward coming out from Asnal TV. Very good information. So now, knowing that FishyLube is over that bot side and having that tempo advantage right now, this Viego, we want to see how this goes. Ooh, there's a trade happening over at the top side, and yep, this is how all lanes right now pushing for the Xee My Wrath team.
So Viego might be looking to get something here. They are pushed up pretty far.
Yep.
Braum going in, getting that exhaust onto the Renata. Looks like Renata's going to be dead here. Nice use as well. And Renata, first blood, given over to this Yasuo. A little bit of an overextension without vision by this Xee My Wrath bot lane. And great setup for this Yasuo to start his lane dominance.
Yep, exactly. So Viego, knowing that Amumu is behind in terms of clear right now, so was able to gank this overextended bot lane and gets a free first blood, and as well as the crab because of that first blood. And there is a problem.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an issue. There's a little bit of an issue, but no worries. It's not really the spectator's fault. This is the league client being the league client, and
Yep.
spelling the company Rito Games. Never really give too much thought. But anyways, going back to that lane state, there was, this is going to be very interesting to see how this all pans out. Scoreboard is a bit off. Why are there 2 kills for Asnal? It was just 1 kill so far. Oh, but this might be 2. We do see Ornn going in, getting that Brittle Fog onto the Camille. Camille trading back, and this might be an extended fight. Camille trying to get as much as possible out of this Ornn. That pillar managing to push away the Camille, but it looks like that's the end of it. And they're pushing away this Viktor. Viktor might get stunned here. Does get stunned. Viego going in. Viktor will have to... Oh, gets the stun onto Viego. Gets a little bit of hope, but nothing else comes up.
Yep, good push here coming out from the Viego, wanting to give this good reset for this Veigar. I am having a hard time with that duo in the mid lane, but yeah, double crab for this Viego. It's a great start coming out from this Viego in the jungle. So right now, I mean, what do we? Well, I mean, if we're talking about this matchup right here, perfect starts coming out from the junglers, from the jungler of Asnal TV. So now perfect reset coming up from the mid lane and looks to clear his top side and will do a really nice tempo restart here. Head over to the bot side and look to cover that up. Oh, FishyLube does
Amumu
have
going in
Ornn.
with the bandage toss. Gets that first one in. Using, flashing in and getting another bandage toss. Looks like Ornn's gonna go down here. Does have that unstoppable. Will there be enough damage? Amumu flashing in, getting that last auto and getting a kill onto the top side of Asnal TV. Great play. You know, a little bit late on the cross map, but you know, at the end of the day, it is still a cross map.
Yep. I mean, at the end, gold is still at the pockets of this top side where they should look to win, especially in the early game. They can try to help this Jinx out, but you know, right now this Jinx is not gonna do that much damage, especially in the early game. So a lot of people helping over this mid lane to shove. Oh, but there seems to be skirmish over the top side.
There's a fight happening. Camille does not have the ability to get this kill here. And Viego is now around. Camille does have her escape tool, but gets stunned. Viego missing his stun. But Camille looks like it's going to go down. And she decides not to, you know, do anything else because a little bit of an overextension, a little bit of a limit test there from the Camille. Ooh, something might happen here. Nothing. Okay. I do want to bring out something we're being told by Spectator. The scoreboard is currently bugged. For some reason, it added an extra kill during that bot lane kill. So right now, we're looking into ways to reset it. But if it doesn't, then just know that there's one less kill on the side of Asnal than is being shown.
So as we know that Viego Divine Sunder has been nerfed, and it's not as strong as it was before. So we're now seeing, you know, that Kraken Slayer or that Shield Bow be the go-to build, especially for the Viego. We see the Noon Quiver completed right now for the Viego, and we're both junglers over at the bot side here, knowing to respond to this Amumu gank. So this Viego has been reading the enemy jungler really well right now, knowing when to cover, knowing where to go, and timing it perfectly, and he's going again for a gank.
Speaking of, it looks like bot lane is in trouble here. Jinx having to flash away, does have the chompers, gets the Yasuo, and a great stun by this Renata. Renata does get exhausted by the Braum. Looks like more hits are going to come in. There is a flash used by both members of this bot lane, but is too... that happened all over. And it looks like as that was happening, there was a solo kill in the mid lane. Sadly, a replay feature is not available as of right now. But great solo kill. It looks like, you know, just a regular outplay and a great response, knowing that Viego was bot side. You know, being able to get push forward for that kill without anything.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Marnies getting that free kill on that Viktor will help speed up the scaling of this Viktor. So we really want to know what they're what mythic they'll be building towards. You know, if they're going towards that defensive crown, or will they go for all-out damage Ludens? So I mean, right now, both of them completing that lost chapter in their first back. In the start of this early game, this
it's not going to be a
Veigar
Ludens. It's not a Ludens from
coming out from that. Marnies, it seems that he will most likely go towards that Liandry's because of that tanky top side of the map and as well as the support. But there seems to be another pause coming out from the game here. There was a disconnect.
There seems to have been a disconnect. Okay, so let's just go through, you know, the lane state right now. So obviously bot lane is quite behind. They're constantly, you know, overstepping a little bit, getting ganked constantly by this Viego. And I won't necessarily say it's you know, a bad play, right? Obviously, it's good for them to push forward. They are too ranged into two melee, but I don't see any wards coming out from both laners, right? They're not really securing the vision to make sure that it's safe for them to be extending that far out. And, you know, as we saw with the first time, they were ganked. It led to the first blood. And as we saw with the second time, but as this happening, FishyLube is going for this, gets that second bandage toss, gets that CC chain, Hextech ultimatum use, so this Ornn cannot escape. Ornn does have to call the Forge God, but it looks like he's not going to be able to use it. There is one more sweeping, and getting the kill over to Malkman. Great kill. Another kill on this top side, and once again, this league client bugging like crazy.
Yeah, but that's big. That is big. That is big for that Camille. You know, getting all those early kills does respond, cross-map response from this Viego, getting that free Mountain Drake. And right now, this is the play we saw.
This is a replay. This is a little bit of a replay of what we saw earlier. So yeah, great way to replay this. But yeah, you know, the scoreboard is currently really bugged. It's just giving extra kills. I believe what's happening right now, I think, is it's counting every kill, and because of the League client bugging and going backwards, every single kill is being counted more than once. So I believe that's the issue that's happening right now.
As it seems.
Yeah, that's what's happening with the kills on the scoreboard. I mean, the scoreboard at the bottom is still accurate, but the one at the top is being glitchy right now. There is a gank coming into the mid lane, but who is around? This could look to be a 2v2. Viego managing to get out of the Viktor stun, spawning out this Amumu last second. Amumu might continue to go, but Braum is around. And just like that, nothing else happens, but, you know, great play from both teams, acknowledging and respecting each other, not going too far forward and forcing any fights.
Yeah, I mean, right now, this Asnal TV team knows that they have a winning bot side, knows that they can keep doing plays around this Yasuo Braum combo, who, mind you, is not even level 6. This Braum and this Braum Yasuo combo is not to its fullest level just yet. But once that level 6 is hit from both these laners, that combo has just become more deadly. Knowing that both bot laners does not have flash, this Viego should look for a reset here and then try to go over to this bot lane and try to capitalize on this flashless bot lane.
Okay, and as you say that, that is happening right now. Exhaust is used by the Renata glass, on to the Renata glass, and you know, nothing else comes of it. But we do see a fight over vision, and I think that's going to be very important as well. Both junglers are going to look to make something happen, because obviously Xee My Wrath wants gold into this Jinx, and obviously Asnal is going to want gold onto his Yasuo. You know, Yasuo does have, you know, the faded 0-10 power spike, but everyone knows, you know, the annoyance of going against fed Yasuo. FishyLube is spotted out onto this Rift Herald, and they do start pinging it. It looks like they're going to try to contest this. FishyLube does have Smite available. Calling the point shot is used. There is a kill onto the Veigar that's happening, and it looks like Herald was secured by none other than FishyLube. FishyLube does have it, but he looks like he's dying right now. Two split fights happening. We do see the Viktor falling in the mid lane after getting that kill onto the Veigar, as well as the Amumu getting caught out by the combination of the Veigar. Oh, another catch out onto this Renata, and Renata trying to use the bailout, but she's not going to get a takedown. And another kill over to ATV. And it's tougly done. Onto Malkman, and great cross-map play, constantly keeping the action up, non-stop getting kills. Great map awareness and macro by this Asnal TV team. And it looks like they're starting to take over the game.
Yeah, Asnal TV just knowing how to respond slightly faster than Xee My Wrath right now. Granted, Jinx is getting a lot of solo gold right now and solo XP over at the bot lane, but this Yasuo is up in gold right now. This is exactly how Asnal TV wants where they want the gold to be, because yeah, they want as much damage as possible on their two main damage dealers in the early game, which is that Viego and that Yasuo. And right now, Kraken Slayer already completed 11 minutes in for this Viego. That's how ahead this Asnal TV jungler is compared to the Amumu, who I mean, Amumu almost done with that Sunfire, is still kind of behind in terms of the mythic, but Marnies getting a solo kill, even though being ganked there, does have that Leander's Anguish already completed for these two tanky laners of Ornn and as well as Braum.
I am excited to see what mythic Yasuo ends up building. I have seen some Gale Force Yasuos. You know, similar, it works in a similar way to how Prowlers would. And he uses it as an extra gas push, right? When you don't have that minion wave to go in. Oh, but as I'm saying that, there is a dive onto the Viktor here. Viktor looks like he's going to fall. Ultimate is used, great stun, but Viego using the Heartbreaker, getting the kill onto Viego, onto Viktor, and it looks like nothing else is going to come up. Bandage toss, great bandage onto this Viego. Viego is managed to, oh, another bandage toss, great shutdown. Super Mega Death Rocket flies by, but ultimate used by the Yasuo. It looks like he's going to go down, no place to the sad mummy, and Yasuo giving over, or getting another kill, and now we see Renata getting caught out. Horizon is used. Oh, and as I mentioned, that that combo. But we see Camille in this fight now. This is such a hectic fight. And the takedown. Great bailout used by this Renata. Using Hexa Cultivator to trap the two members. There is Call the Forge God used onto the Camille. Camille flashing forward, trying to get the Veigar. Veigar flashes away. Veigar manages to get away, but Camille manages to chase her down. Braum and Ornn are now here, but the Jinx is getting free fire. Trying to use the sweep to get a slow. Gets it onto onto the Ornn. The Braum manages to escape, and it looks like Ornn is going to try to kill the Renata off here. Renata does use another bailout, but it doesn't look like the takedown is going to go through. Ornn does manage to secure the kill onto Renata, but Viego has rejoined the fight now. We do see Viego trying to chase out this Jinx, but Jinx is going to manage to get away with her excited. And oh my gosh, what a fight. I need one.
Wow, that was such an extended fight coming out from Xee My Wrath, winning that fight, getting that shutdown on the Viego, and of course that shutdown does go over to the jungler, which gets a lot of gold and nice chompers coming out from LuthexFPS here. This Jinx just went from 0-0 and 0, suddenly it's 0-1 and 2, and should have enough gold to complete the mythic, or at least get more items towards that mythic by this next dragon fight, or at least, you know, by the next fight that is going to be happening around 4-minute mark for that cloud.
Look at that gold difference. Look at that little spike on the side.
Look at that little spike there.
I believe that was the shutdown when Amumu got the shutdown onto Viego. I believe that's it.
Oh, Gordo.
Oh, but Gordo looks like he's going to get caught out. There is no bailout that will help him here because the wind wall blocks all of Jinx's attacks. And the support constantly getting caught out. Viego trying to get the Jinx, but it does not reach. Once again, support getting caught out. This is going to be a very close game.
I mean, wait. I mean, you mentioned it earlier. We saw it there. The Braum shield blocked that Renata Berserk only for the Braum, but the whole team did not get affected. So that is pretty huge. So even if, let's say, Yasuo wind wall was expended, Braum still has that ability to block out that hostile takeover, which is pretty big. Which is one big disengage tool for the Xee My Wrath, just kind of canceled out.
And
there you go.
There is a fight happening here. Ornn going back in, Hextech ultimatum used by the Camille. Camille will have to dodge this call. The Forge God does not manage to dodge it, but Ornn is still low, getting that sweep onto the Ornn, but not enough. He tries to dive and gets that Q, but it looks like it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, and that is a shutdown given over to the Ornn. You know, gold on Ornn is not a bad thing, especially considering his past. Oh, but Viktor is caught out. Ultimate used by the Braum. But there is a Viktor ultimate, and Viego is stunned. Viego is going to go down. Another kill onto Viktor. Another shutdown given over by this Viego. And that is not good if you're Asnal TV. You don't want these scaling carries, this Viktor and this Jinx, to be getting that much gold.
Yep. Especially with the gold lead kind of shrinking now, just 200 gold difference. I mean, Xee My Wrath is now within striking distance of the gold. Within the gold difference right now, but if you look over at Jinx's items, she does have 3 daggers, meaning that will most likely be a completed Runaan's Hurricane, which is actually a really good item for Jinx in this game, especially because of that 4 melee comp. So with that Runaan's passive, it just allows him to free hit onto multiple members. So actually great build coming out here from the Jinx. Just great realization that, yep, these are 4 melee characters. I'm gonna abuse this Runaan's passive.
And it's we do see buffs being given over to respective owners. Obviously, Viego taking the red for himself because I think that he can use it to a really good extent here. There is a vision being cleared out. It looks like Xee My Wrath wants to get this Herald, but we do see other members of Asnal around, and this might be a fight around the Herald. If we look at the mid lane, there is pings happening in the mid lane. Flashing forward, this Viego, but Viego does not hit the stun, and everything is just missing onto this Viktor. Viktor popping the ultimate, going onto that Braum. Looks like Braum's gonna fall. We do see the Ornn trying to get away. There is a Horizon. Oh, great! Curses attack coming back with Amumu getting advantage loss, and Jinx getting a kill as well. And here we see Viktor continuing to chase the Viego, but great play from Xee My Wrath. Botched, engaged by this Asnal TV squad. You know, that flash forward but missing the stun, failing to capture that CC chain onto the high value target, that Viktor. And now, you know, members of this blue squad, members of the Xee My Wrath getting more gold.
Yep, right now, and it's going over at the right people right now, especially in this early game.
Oh, is Viego going to try again? Gets the stun, but yeah, he knows.
Yep, he knew that. And of course, this is most likely going to be a free Rift Herald for Xee My Wrath. Xee My Wrath just playing this mid-game, out of laning phase, like, really well. This Jinx positioning is really on point right now, and they do get this free Rift Herald. Mid is open, so they need to see where they're gonna use this, and you know, use this maximize the usage of this Herald, because in 50 seconds there is going to be a Cloud Drake that is going to say,
because of the fact that drag is spawning soon and they have mid open, that's a 3 hero bot, right? So pop the hero bot, pop the hero mid. Either one works, and it's going to secure them at least one lane, one lane of entry towards this dragon. This is the second drag for both teams. We do see the overlay is a bit exact right now, but that's just the league overlay. It shows a Cloud Drake.
Cloud Drake, it should be a Hex Tech Drake. Yep, it should be a Hex Tech Drake. So Hex Tech Gates even helps this team just get around the map even quicker. So this Herald should be able to threaten either a second turret over at the mid lane or at the bot lane, but they elect not to use it right now. They are at the back of this fight right now. Asnal TV does have more vision.
And it looks like they're going to start this dragon. It looks like it's going to go straight to Asnal TV. We do see Viktor, he was channeling the back. And it looks like they're just going to give this up. There is really no indication that they're going to go in.
They're going.
I mean, they might with the blast cone, but way too late, they went in. And Renata getting ulted, having to flash out. There is a hit off in the middle, but Amumu's the only one there. Jinx getting a lot of free hits. Jinx getting a lot of damage in. Malkman going in, getting this Yasuo, and Jinx is in the back line. It's constantly shooting at everybody. Gets a double kill onto the Viego. Continuing to fire. Gets another kill. Flashing over and getting the kill onto the Ornn. Does get stunned. And it's like, but Veigar getting the kill. And a quadra kill for this Jinx. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Did you see that?
What you're talking about? Runeheads. Or not even Runeheads, but just for so much free damage. So much free damage from the Jinx.
Yep.
Huge play.
That is what we're seeing right now. The Jinx is the main carry of this team. The range is the biggest disadvantage of this Asnal TV team right now, and that's what we're seeing. It's just this Jinx is getting free fire. Did you see that Renata ult in that fight? That was huge.
The Renata ult was huge. Like the Renata flashed back out, but because of that, everyone focused everything onto the Amumu. But the problem with that was, since everyone was on the Amumu, Amumu got a huge curse of the sad mummy, which led straight into that Renata ult, which just gave free reign for this Jinx. I think that was the biggest blunder out of everything. It wasn't the fact that they fought, right? I think that Asnal definitely should have taken that fight, but I think the biggest blunder is the fact that they perfectly set up the wombo combo that Xee My Wrath has been looking for.
This is interesting. Player gold Yasuo is still up ahead, and yep, that is exactly where they want their gold to be to make this comeback. But the side lane right now, Malkman should have the advantage on this Ornn, especially with the Divine Thunder and Herald there. There's going to be a lot of pressure there. This could look for a Baron vision.
Camille does get hit by the Call of the Forge God, constantly getting knocked up here, but Viego and Braum aren't able to follow. Camille could escape here. She does spot out the Viego, is trying to get away right now. Braum going forward, getting that Winter's Bite. But he manages to hookshot away. But the Baron coming in.
It's the Baron. It's the Baron.
This could be a free Baron though, unless there's some miracle steal by this Veigar. There's a lot of damage coming in with this. Smite is available, and they secure the Baron. So, one kill over for the Baron. I would say this is pretty worth it. Yasuo did get killed. It looks like that was one of the catalysts up in top lane for them to take that, or to start that Baron take. Great cross-map play, great macro awareness by this squad. And it looks like they're going to just continue to dominate. Braum might get caught out here. A lot of pull coming in from this Viktor. But we do see Viego getting caught out using his Heartbreaker to get away. But there is a prop of yes, surely is. But Viego's going to flash away. There is a TP coming in from Camille. Camille does manage to get the slow. Getting that Q and huge damage onto Viego. Braum flashing away. But he could get caught here by the Camille. Camille does not decide to chase. And that's another kill over to Xee My Wrath.
Wow, this mid game is just snowballing from worse and worse for this Asnal TV team. Jinx already completing that Ruinance, looking to build that Infinity Edge right now. Yasuo
has more. Right here. There is a wind wall used, but Yasuo's about to die. Camille trying to go in. There is an exhaust used. Camille not getting caught by the Veigar stun, but it looks like they're just going to escape barely with the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, I mean, right now, this mid lane is the biggest matchup that we actually haven't even talked about. Marnies is 5-2 with 7 assists, and meanwhile the Veigar is just 5-2, just completed Mythic and just spare items of the second item, most likely going to be a Zhonyan's. Meanwhile, this Viktor has 2 completed items and will shred these tanks if fights happen, especially if they're grouped up, just like what happened last time. That's gonna be a lot of damage coming out from that Viktor alone.
CPS from Jinx. Jinx is going towards the IE. Now we see the pickaxe as well.
There
That IE, that IE
is
is getting ready, and you know, we saw how much damage that Jinx was doing last fight without it. So imagine how much more this time. Also, I think you saw the completed item. That's something that we. I think that's something we didn't mention. Yeah, exactly. Veigar is the only AP threat, and I don't know. It'd be generous to call Veigar a threat.
right now, Veigar is not a threat. This is perfect, helping out from Xee My Wrath, knowing that Veigar is the only AP threat. So they focus a lot of help as well on these on Marnies in the early game, shutting her down. Oh, but there is a fight. Jinx is knocked up.
Jinx does get caught up here. Viego getting the time. Jinx is now possessed by the Viego. There is a huge ultimate by this Viktor though. FishyLube because this Viktor is still really big. Sure, the Jinx has gone down. Ornn missing his knockoff. Veigar trying to get away, but now the Ornn is in the middle of 4 members of Xee My Wrath. And sure, they got the kill onto the Jinx, but it looks like they have other members to worry about on the Xee My Wrath squad.
This is exactly what happens. You pick off the Jinx, but what happens? This Viktor is free firing with that ultimate. Because if you use everything on that Jinx, this Viktor is the next target that's doing a lot of damage. So mind you, that mage already has 2 completed items that shreds tanks. Has Liandry's, has that Shadow Flame, a lot of magic penetration built in with this Viktor already. And this Jinx, 6-1 and 6, almost completing that eye edge. This Asnal TV is going to need to climb such a high mountain right now. Not this Yasuo's gold lead is shrinking really quickly.
I think this is going to be dangerous. I mean, I did mention, right, there is scaling on the side of Asnal, but you can't. Their kind of scaling is the kind of scaling where the more ahead you are, the easier it is to scale, and the more behind you are, the harder it is. Because Ornn completed items give raw stats, but when you don't have many other raw stats to speak of, then, you know, it's a little bit of a freebie, but it's nothing compared to the kind of scaling that full completed items like what Xee My Wrath currently has is going to bring you. So
I mean, look at the inventory of Xee My Wrath right now. Marnie's almost on that Rabadon's death cap. And also, something I want to point out is a huge item buy for this Xee My Wrath team. That Frozen Heart is so huge against this team, canceling out a lot of the auto attacks and slowing that. That just takes out a lot of the damage coming out from this Asnal TV team. So just perfect items coming out from this Xee My Wrath team right now.
I also want to point out. I want to point out this Renata. You know, we were talking about how the Renata kept on getting caught out. She started 0-4. She's now 0-4 and 16. It's like 16. That's. I mean, once she got the items, right? Once she got that, Shirley is constantly making these fights happen, making these fights available. So I'm excited to see how this late game transitions out. We're slowly getting out of the game. We did see that. Yep. We did see that eye edge get completed. So you know, what's the next major fight here? It looks like it might be a Baron take or any skirmish that happens. So bring me through what we can expect if anything happens there.
I mean, right now, what we were gonna be expecting from is the Vision fight over at Baron. At that Baron pit, and right now it seems to be scattered with Xee My Wrath wards right now. So they're clearing it up right now, but this is what we're going to be seeing for the next few minutes if this is going to be the next biggest fight for both the teams.
But there's no knockup that comes through. This Ornn, huge blunder, and Amumu getting that bandage toss. Oh, the Forge God is being used. It will runs away. Okay. Oh, and bandage toss used again. Amumu is going to re-engage, but it looks like Amumu is just going to get out of that. Huge blunder by this Ornn. Oh no.
It's okay, it's first game jitters right now. Everyone is a little bit nervous, but right now the execution is coming out perfectly from this Xee My Wrath team. And yeah, this is what we said. Death cap completed for this dragon. They do not want to be grouped up here. They do not want to be grouped up in this fight, knowing that there's no Call of the Forge God here. And as it seems, the first ornament is
being very aggressive though. I have to admit, Ornn is, you know, he may be a tank, but I don't think you should be walking that far out when you blew all of your cooldowns like you did just now.
Yep, exactly. And right now, Forge Fire Crest completed for the first ornament over to this Ornn. Yeah, if this game keeps going over to allow more ornaments, but Viego getting caught out here.
Viego getting caught out. There's a Hexa ultimate trying to use the heart to get out, but it's not ended. The huge curse of the Sad Mummy getting 3 members of Asnal. There is also a Viktor ultimate. Hostile takeover taking over 2 members of Asnal, and just more and more kills happening. There is a lock and use, but Amumu getting another kill. Camille trying to go in. There's another flash used by the Veigar. And as that was happening, Jinx also got a kill onto the Yasuo in the top lane. Great counter engage by this squad from Xee My Wrath. And this, yeah, just like you said, this looks to be a free Baron. Like, yes, Viego got caught out, but Asnal was there to try and respond. And it looked like they were about to get everyone else, but great popping of all of the different cooldowns from the side of Xee My Wrath, managing to turn that fight around without losing even a single member.
Yep, I mean, right now, Xee My Wrath has basically perfected this game since walking out of laning phase. You know, in laning phase, it was a little bit shaky from this bot lane, especially coming out from the support. But now, defensive items just coming through, knowing that in the next fight, most likely will be the ending of this game, which is going to be this Hextech Drake. 3 stopwatches over at the side of Xee My Wrath here. Meanwhile, none at the side of Asnal TV for this fight, and who seems to be a step behind. And there's no vision right now, but it seems as if that Xee My Wrath most likely will be able to take this free.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at the map, say Viego's the only one close enough to even try to contest it. It's 4 members of Xee My Wrath. I think it'd be stupid for Viego to try to go in. You know, sure, they spotted that by the scuttle, but it's not like they can really stop. They can really stop this take. Right? Look at how quickly that dragon went down. And I believe this is where the push is going to start. They still have that Baron buff, and this is where the siege begins. This is where the final fight is going to happen, and this is probably going to be what dictates the outcome of this.
Exactly. So right now, as Xee My Wrath, you want to be able to do that 4-1 split push. You know, putting that Camille on the solo lane, timing the waves to go together so that they have multiple pressures in multiple lanes. That Yasuo getting that solo EXP over the top side, knowing that that's all they can do right now is just get gold on lanes that they can. And yeah, this is the game now. This is just Baron fight and wait out the Baron for this Asnal TV. But as Xee My Wrath here, you want to time it.
I want to point out, I think that Viego popping his shroud was a bit of a blunder there as well. I don't think he should be showing off that he's on that side of the map. Basically just giving free information to Over. It looks like he wants to go in, but Renata playing gatekeeper, making sure that he doesn't need to go in. Also trying to split push, but I don't think you can beat the push of a Baron buff, right? They're just knocking on the door. Viego, Yasuo too far away, Viego having to back. They might try to look for a fight here. But we just take 2 in-hits instead. Great play, great macro play by Xee My Wrath to ensure that they're destroying as much of the base as possible. Viego is trying to go behind, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do much. On this Viktor, trying to get as much of that poke as possible. Marnies playing extra strong this game, and Viego getting caught out, being alone. This great damage and hostile takeover, and it looks like this game it's nothing. It's not going to happen anymore. Ornn flashing in, but going back in for some reason, getting exhausted, getting stunned, ceasing waves, and getting killed. So that stopwatch preventing any more tower shots from hitting her, and this looks to be the GG for Xee My Wrath, and this is a 1-0 start. Xee My Wrath squad, and beginning.
Getting a free shutdown over to the mid lane there, but GG, well played, coming out from Xee My Wrath there. Game 1 coming to a close. Well, that was actually really well executed coming out from Xee My Wrath.